One of these days, I'm going to go to the park by myself, buy a really big ice cream, and just sit looking out of space and bite into it. And I don't mind it cramping me. Well, hello there, Christina here, and welcome to the Becoming Wise show. It is the place to explore the inner work needed to help recover and engage your soulful essence. Now, remember to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so that you can keep up to date with our weekly content. So I can still remember the sound of Friday evening, the rolling of the wheels on the asphalt. Back in university, many students would take a trip home for the weekend. So Fridays would be busy on the roads in the little town as the taxi and bus operators raced for passengers, or depending on what leg of the journey, you would have to race a group of 12 or more people waiting for that one car. If you know anything about transportation in Jamaica, you know what I mean. So traveling home was a dream for us college students. But for me, I couldn't do it as often. Not only did I live far away from school, having to take 7 different vehicles to reach home, but I'd always trouble with motion sickness. And the road conditions and over maximum capacity speeding rides did not help. However, there were times when I just needed to go. And so I'd stack up on motion pills and take my journey. By the time I got home, it would be so late and I'd have just about a day or so to spend with my family before I'd have to start my journey back. But that little time, it was worth it, for it refueled me. I looked forward to spending time with my little cousin, eating mommy's dinner, have her pack every piece and kinds of food that I could manage to take back. And it was such a struggle to carry them back, especially with public transportation. But I needed them. I also looked forward to going into the farm to cut and take a hand of banana or plantain back with me, or to my older relatives stopping by and giving me some peppers from her farm. I looked forward to going with friends by the sea, or collecting and talking about new plants with my church sisters who shared the same obsession, or hosting some creative program with church friends. Now, the list is endless. And in the same way, in our adult life, we still have this desire, this need to go home. And that looks different for each of us. Just like I was in a university focusing on my studies, we all have our responsibilities in our daily lives, right? But our soul calls for something. That moment of retreat, that state and place of peace and joy, freedom, alignment, that thing that lights us up and fuels us. Sometimes it's simple things. For some of us, we get home through gardening, knitting, coloring, cooking, with all the food containers lying out on the countertop. My husband hates that. Going by the river or lake, writing, dancing, listening to music, poetry, spending time with loved ones, taking long walks or drive, playing with kids, teaching, viewing art, praying, creating something. So as I spoke with a young mother or a mother with young children recently, she said, Christina, one of these days, I'm going to go to the park by myself, buy a really big ice cream, and just sit looking out of space and bite into it. And I don't mind it cramping me. I'm just going to look out of space. And it sounded so funny as she said it, but I understood what it was. And boy, don't we all need some of that time. And so I encourage you to go home often. You don't need to wait until things get so overwhelming that you overload yourself with things you need, or want to bite in your ice cream until it cramps and you won't feel it. It's a sign that you've been out for too long. Take some Fridays in between. Plan them. Be kind to yourself and choose you more often. It doesn't have to be grand events. Do some little things that can help transport you, things that makes you happy and that can fuel your soul. Take some time for you and rediscover what you love so that you can endure the hardships in between, the demands around, so that you can be energized and fortified and protected for weathering daily life, for regaining your focus and aligning with your purpose. Be in and with yourself. Go home often. Friend, I hope that you found these little tips and reminders helpful. Remember to subscribe for the soulful content that I share here every week to empower and enlighten and encourage you on your journey. Now, in the comments, let me know what home looks like for you. Bye bye for now.